Oh, hello there. Hello there. Sorry. Welcome to the remake of RWBY Part 1, Origins of Remnant, the movie, the video. And so today I will be discussing this paragraph, or paragraphs really, this part of the section of the of the RWBY Guidebook review. Yes, it is a review. What I'm going to do is reread it to y'all. It's plain, as simple as I can, right? Hopefully as good as I can. And point out that the little pictures of Fatty, Nerdy, and Weeb, and just talk about, basically I'm remaking the previous video that is this video, but once this video is out, I'm gonna wait for like the end of this week, and then maybe next week, depending on when I remember to delete the old version of this video. It's basically, if you've seen it, it's just slides. It's just a slideshow, boring slideshow. And so I decided to present to y'all.
He presents instead of sliding into DMs.
And there's my colorful commentator, who I prevented from talking in the other episodes that we did, but now I now allowed him to talk in this episode. So
I get special treatment.
okay, so without any explaining things or whatever, here we are. As an animated fantasy, RWBY feels both familiar and fresh. It is, I will say that, it is fresh and familiar. You got the red, the white, the black, and the yellow. A habit of layering fairy tale influences next to bleeding edge weapons tech is just one of the series' fundamental contradictions. Is bleeding edge.
Do you ever once see blood in RWBY?
Yes.
No, but I mean like genuine blood, like
here
actual
and there, maybe
like,
stains of the shirt, like I'm bleeding. But
I'm
not
just saying,
like
do you ever?
blood and gore and violence.
I'm just saying, you never see any blood on the weapons.
Yeah, no. That's another thing. There's no blood on the weapons. There's
Like,
no
what's the point of having an edge or bullets if there's no blood?
Or there's no here's another thing though. It's so easy to get away with that because the Grim just disappears and turns into ashes.
They fade away.
They fade away, and they rarely fight each other or kill Adam off screen, not off screen, but they kill characters left and right. Rarely do characters fight in the show and then they die, bleed out, or something like that, or get decapitated. Right? No, it's just a simple stab, you're dead, or yeah, that's it. That's as far as we've gone in RWBY. It's a stab, you're dead. Shoot by the knee or the heel. Shoot at the heel, and then burn. You're dead.
We never see.
There's one scene where Lionheart is, spoilers for the show, I guess, whatever. Where Lionheart gets roped by
but we never see
by
a
Grim, but we never see the actual
off-screen.
Yeah, there's no blood or violence. Right? There's and yeah, I understand it. It's a fairy tale. You kill the Grim, they're gone. No, Yang
I don't feel so good.
Yang gets her arm cut off by Adam. And that's as far as the gore goes.
Yeah, but that's not. There wasn't any
but
blood.
It
was like
it looks
golden
like
flower
petals. And I was like, why did
Okay,
we
so Ying's blood is gold.
Why did we stop doing the flower petal thing? Why did we stop there? With Pyrrha, I understand she burned and then ash, right?
Yeah, she
but
was
then
disintegrated.
Afterwards, you get Clover gets impaled by a giant sword. Oh, that like if you think it's a giant sword that like cuts from here to here. Goes,
you would you would think
it would be
that
more,
there'd be like
but you would see this
petal.
silhouettes, right? There's some blood, but it's not like there's
there
stuff
should be
that's
like,
on the tip or something or the organ. I don't know.
Yeah, there should be a blood puddle at the very least. Like Crow should have been
Don't worry, Crow. Just like blame Ironwood. Everything will be fine. Anyways, now let's continue this. I'm not saying we need blood and gore or otherwise. That's blood and gore is kind of one of the reasons why I dropped certain shows and whatnot. But like still, like you would. But like I'm just saying, like there should
sometimes
be,
it
like,
helps.
Some more, I wouldn't say more violence, right?
In the end, it had to be this way.
I just feel like there should be just more. You know how Tarzan had the guy who like it looked like the blade stabbed him, like he fell, but no, you actually hanged, and then you see the shadow in the background, like no, yeah, it's. So like there's and then there's also like Gaston who falls and you can see like the crossbones in his eye for just a second. Anyways, let's continue reading here. Contradictions. Well, I don't know if a contradiction is a good or good. If it's a good or a bad thing. And what I mean good, I mean meh. The other good, that is. The result being that RWBY sometimes feels like it's materialized centuries ago, and at the other times feels like it's being beamed to viewers from a far-flung future. And yeah, I have to agree with that. You have trains, which aren't utilized a lot in the show, or why not a trolley? Why couldn't they go to Mistral by trolley?
I guess I didn't want to animate.
Yeah, they also have bikes, cars, taxis. How do cars work? It's still not explained. Did you put dust?
Didn't they say they put canisters of dust?
In another video that I've already released, that like there's some technology that I don't understand. They have a gas station or a station that's a convenience store or looks like a gas station. I can't remember it. I don't know. It's just not explained. Do you think they will still use oil? What did you think?
Oil is not existent in the show because they don't have fossil fuel. Dinosaurs don't exist.
I know. I'm just explaining stuff that I've already talked about in other videos that I've already published or will publish again.
This is why we need dinosaurs in shows like this to have fossils for fossil fuel.
It's not just dinosaurs. Anyways, Century goes. At other times, it says, RWBY's true origins lie much closer to home within an aggregation of creative talent deep in the heart of Texas. Okay, so what they mean
is... Pretty sure that word is aggregation.
Aggregation, yeah. There's some words I can't pronounce. Oh,
there's a lot of words you can't pronounce.
Some.
Huh.
Deep in the heart of Texas. The Texas that you... the Texas state that has a lot of weird laws that don't make sense. Anyways, RWBY owes its existence to Rooster Teeth. Well, yeah. I mean, was it? I'm trying to remember the history of Rooster Teeth. Yeah, it is. I was thinking about like when Red vs. Blue was made, and I'm like, no, this is technically before Rooster Teeth was made. So technically, there's still a lot of technicalities, but whatever. RWBY owes its existence to Rooster Teeth, the production studio behind the series, which itself wouldn't be here at all were it not for the homegrown web series that defined the genre Red vs. Blue. That's true. From the very beginning, Red vs. Blue was what got them onto the map. It was not originally called Rooster Teeth, I will say that, but
we don't need to dwell into that.
Though told through the tool set of video gaming, Red vs. Blue, what is this, RWBY or Red vs. Blue? Let's focus. I know, they should have called this section Rooster Teeth, the company, not Origins of Remnant. Like, you have paragraph, you have a foreword, you're right, that already explains that it started off of Red versus Blue. Guys, don't watch RWBY. Go watch Red versus Blue. Don't watch it yet. It feels like that's like, stop explaining that it's already been explained in the foreword. Stop explaining again. If you explain it again one more time, RWBY, I will kill you. Just kidding.
They probably do that because not a whole lot of people like
yeah,
to
but it's
read
like
the
there's two introductions explaining that it came from RWBY. The Red versus Blue. RWBY would not exist without Red versus Blue. Don't watch this garbage. Watch the other garbage. The tool set of gaming. Blah, blah. Super soldiers were from the popular shooter Halo Combat Evolved. Remnant their habitual lives while the graphics engine of Microsoft's Xbox powered the animation. And the absurd mashup of the Armored Expedition provided the kick for the Red vs. Blue 4-minute demo teaser. Why are we here? Bernie Burns, a chief tech working for a telecom company, upload. This is again. This doesn't feel. This is in the wrong page. This entire. Everything that's here currently is in the Origins of Remnant.
It does not feel like an Origins of Remnant.
This feels like, oh, we got the three guys.
This feels like another forward page.
Yeah, this feels like forward the continued.
Now maybe this would make more sense if this was called Origins of RWBY, like Origins of the show.
Origins of the Shire or something like that.
But this is Origins of Remnant. Meaning this is the origins of the world within the show.
How did this man in the red shirt with Boba Fett in the background come up with this? We need to know more about that. This feels like this. Go start up. Stop talking about Red versus Blue. We understand.
Please, let us continue.
Anyway, uploaded while you're here into the internet in 2002. That's true. Though there was no YouTube at the time, no Facebook, none of the architecture of the modern webs. Fans raced to share the video through the emails and message boards. Yes, okay, we get it. Now let's move on from Red versus Blue. Could we not? Burns knew a career change was in his future by the time ongoing Red vs. Blue web series launched in April 2003. He recruited a full-time team to animate and voice the characters. Okay, so what it's doing here is explaining how Monty came to the cast. Okay, so why is this? But again, you could have just simply said. You could have just simply cut this out.
Let us continue.
And then gone under, put this onto the page. You could have just started with by 2003, Red versus Blue, the website. No. Let me edit it. Okay, by 2003, the epic Rooster Teeth company made a web series, or had launched a web series, and they needed 3D engines and models. They hired new animators, and this one guy from New Jersey, I think. No, not New Jersey. Not Connecticut. What was the? Let me remember the back of my mind. Rhode Island. This one animator from Rhode Island. You know, talk about Monty Am. Talk about him. Why didn't you talk more? Why didn't you introduce us to Monty Am and how he? What if that's what they're going to do? We can
nitpick the book later.
Why do you have this here? This is Origins of Remnant, not the origins of the hiring of Monty Am. So
They've already
that
done
feels
a
like
poor
it could've
job
been-
of explaining the origins.
That feels like that could have been a thing before part 1. This is part 1. I know this is minor nitpicks. Okay, hold on. Just get a bit closer here. I want to show you all the stuff that's in the room. Okay, I'm going to distract myself for a minute. Okay, so you got a portal gun. You got money on. You got the guy in the background. I don't know who this is. You got Carrie. You got a guy with a beard. No admittance. You got his t-shirt with things. You got Ruby Rose right there. You got the Diet Coke, his car keys, his phone on his charger. Rice hat. I know that's a Chinese rice hat or a Japanese rice hat, regardless. For foreigners.
I believe the term is
Aperture. You could come back over here. You get right there. You got aperture science. This is Easter egg. Nerf gun. A used cardboard thing, roll of tissue or toilet paper. Not tissue. Yeah, whatever. The paper, whatever. A cup, some computers. I think that's a juice box. Carry the. This is the background. This thing. It's the flats. That's where you change behind the thing. I forgot what this is called. Where you take a new robe. You put on a robe, or a kimono or something. A kimono or something like that. And you put that on, or you take that off and put something else on, and whatever. I like this image. You got a lot of stuff that's in the room. You can just
let us at least continue.
It looks real lived in. I know. I'm sorry. It's just. Oh wait. Anyways, here on this side, you got the early designs of Ruby Rose. It is nice. It's like a corset, which, by the way, corsets are really tight on the waist. That they are.
How would you know that?
Research actually. I've heard that
Alright, so you've never worn one yourself.
No, but like I've heard.
Alright, just wanted to check.
Stories.
Just wanted to check.
No, I've read, you do research, you read things, you read articles and whatnot.
I just wanted.
It's useless information that's just clouded in my mind.
I just wanted to check and make sure.
Okay, let's skip this paragraph. Something about red versus blue, machine cinema, machinima, 3D images to animate real time. Birds recalls gazing in confusion as a con goer. The experience prompted him to discover the Naruto fandom and the intensity of Japanese animation devotees in general. You could just say anime.
Shonen Jump.
That was my first indication of how dedicated and engaged anime fans could be, he admits. It's not really an anime, but alright. And I realized anime didn't necessarily have to have a huge audience, but the people who watched it loved it. That's true, but like a successful anime would have to have a large anime. I'm just saying, especially unless you're talking about here in the West.
Well, not necessarily.
Here in America.
Successful animes don't necessarily need a large
if
audience.
you have more people purchasing the episodes, the disc and the merchandise.
I think they were referencing that it needs a large fan base,
well, yeah.
not necessarily a large audience.
Well,
because you do have shows that have made much more success.
Well, okay. I understand that thing. Like if you don't have like everyone packed in the theaters, then that is an audience or something. Anyway, that's weird. I don't know. I understand that. I don't understand that weird.
Is not important.
I don't know. It just sounds like an odd statement. It's just. Yeah, okay. Red vs. Blue rolled on. Rooster Teeth's newly formed production company expanded operations at its Austin, Texas headquarters. The HQ podcast, branded YouTube channels joined the media mix. Yes, this is true. There was a lot of them, and now that a lot of them are gone. So and a lot of them have been apparently evil people. Anyways, it was here in this buzz of adrenaline and inspiration that Monty had a dream that one day he just couldn't shake. Anyways, Monty achieved vile frame with Halo. Okay, you literally could have just simply just cut this. What is
There's
this?
a lot of stuff to cut from Origin.
This feels like
Remnant.
now I need more pages. Okay, just add extra stuff.
This doesn't feel like an Origin of Remnant. It feels more like an Origin of RWBY.
No, it feels like an origin of Rooster Teeth. Or rather, Rooster Teeth, Red versus Blue, and Monty adjacent, whatever.
Yeah.
It just feels like excessive information.
It does not feel like the information we are expecting to get.
Yeah, this is something
This
you can
is
Google.
Misleading.
No, it's not misleading. This is something you can just.
No, I'm saying the title of this part is misleading.
This technically is not even the title. It's just
No, I'm
Origins
saying
of Remnant. And
that's what's misleading. We are expecting
sparking
origins.
ideas. Yeah,
We are
literally,
expecting
why?
origins of Remnant, not origins of Studio.
Yeah, you could have just sectioned this all into the Monty section. There's a Monty section that's like, let me see. Yeah, this is the Monty section. It's just a small one page. That's all that's dedicated.
It's misleading.
Or you could have at least titled it Introduction.
Exactly.
Introduction to before the.
But let us continue before we run out of time.
No, we don't have time to run out of time. We have plenty of time to tell them. Yes. The Metroid for video games was itching for more. Sorry.
I swear you keep doing that. You're going to
Rooster
summon.
Teeth.
You're going to summon like Phantom or something.
Rooster Teeth, Matt Holland recalls in the intervention. Bernie and I told Monty, we love what you're doing here. But is there
Phantom is getting restless.
But is there another story you want to tell? Yeah. That translates to me. Oh, hey, you're fired. I'm just gonna. That translates to me. I'm like, oh, hey, we see that you are working really hard on Red versus Blue season. What was it, 4 or 5 when they introduced the meta, or not introduced the meta, but the scene with the warthog crashing through a wall, and then the action happens.
Why do you call it a warthog? It looks more like a puma to
I was
me.
going to say a panther or a puma or a cougar or something. I don't know. Anyways, the idea is that, like, it sounds like to me, again, it really does sound like to me like, oh, hey, we need you to be more than just an animator. We need money. So, do you have any ideas?
We need profit.
We need money.
So,
We need
give
you
us
to-
story.
Yeah, we need you to come up with something random. Alright, anyways, had been waiting for these words. He's just been at his desk, just like, I'm waiting. Anyways, so then Monty popped up one day showing, Matt Holland, showing his workstation where he built a red and black gun sight that unfolded from a big rifle. He says, I need story about big rifle. Bernie says Burns. He showed me an animation of how how the sight extended. Okay.
Sight extended.
We're not a gun making company, Monty. We need a story, Monty. Can you give us a story? But look at gun. It can do this. It can gun. It's also sword. That's a sight. Anyways. But then he started describing his vision for RWBY. The colors, the names, the girls, the title. He would have been initials pronounced Ruby. He knew what he wanted to make, and we had faith in him to do it. Girls, anime girls, guns, America.
That's already a thing with Blaze Blue.
Guns that also sword, or guns that also pins. James Bond.
Ragnar the Bloodedge already exists.
On's insistence of cultivating anime aesthetic for RWBY caught the attention of Rooster Teeth's executives, like literally 4 people, who still remember the passion on display whenever anime fans gathered. Monty wanted to acknowledge the art of storytelling of anime, but he wanted to do it in a completely new way. Okay, so instead of actually telling you a story, we make up stuff for the first 2 volumes. Just continuously add new ideas, throwing it at a dartboard. Okay, we introduce maidens, magic, semblance, aura, semblance. Again, for some reason, robots, half human, half robots.
Are the robots in disguise?
Relics, robots in disguise, Penny, robots with semblances, robots with aura.
This is getting out of hand.
Faunus, half animals, half people, half animals.
Demi-humans.
Gods, Godzilla. We have to have all of this all wrapped into.
Hey, yo, when was Godzilla in this show?
The later volume 6. We'll get there soon.
I don't recall there being Godzilla.
I
remember the Leviathan. I don't remember Godzilla.
We also need to have a magic wizard that's old, ancient magic, evil witch that's also ancient.
You speak funny words, magic man.
We don't have actual linear storytelling. We have Doctor Who storytelling.
Hey, what was wrong with the... Alright, I know what's wrong with Doctor Who now, but what was wrong with Doctor Who back then?
It's more taken of a comedy than it is. It still is taken as a comedy, but like less laughs. Anyways,
it's fair enough.
Timey-wimey, bobbly stuff.
Timey-wimey, it's more like a rug.
Anyways, he knew he was standing on the shoulders of giants. Naruto and Goku, but believe he can make his contributions to Naruto and Goku.
I can understand Goku because that guy's a little.
He needs to continuously feed him noodles.
But Naruto's short.
He needs. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get canceled.
I don't know. I haven't seen all of Naruto, so I don't know if he like gets a growth spurt.
And that's the end. Zoom here for the pictures. Okay, so we got RWBY, we got Weiss, early designs of Weiss. I actually like this little, what we got here going on here.
I actually like a lot of these early designs of the characters.
I like this green. I like that it was green, cause
green is best color.
Yeah, green, and they changed it to purple because apparently to match it with Blake. I don't know why.
Because the ship was a thing.
I don't know. I like the green. It stands out more. Purple does not work. In my opinion, purple and yellow, blah. Get that out of here. What works with purple and yellow? Yellow and green? That's nice. That's like gold and emeralds.
Well, I mean, they already had red and yellow, which kills a fellow. But red and black won't hurt Jack.
Well, here's the thing though. Like you got red and black and purple, right? And you got blue and over lightish blue, white, mostly white, and some hint of red because of like the story, and then like yellow, some purple in the eyes, black, purple, yellow in the eyes. Green feels actually feels like
red and black.
Yeah. Anyways, red and black won't hurt Jack. Red and yellow kill a fellow. White and snow. Anyways, and so that's the end of the the episode. I feel like all this could just be. They really wanted a reason to like put the pictures here, so we need to dedicate something to these pictures.
Oh God, Phantom's getting out. Back in your orb. Back in your orb.
Anyways,
we need to stop rattling him.
So like that's it. This like it just like you could have easily just cut this and by two or three. Like literally, it's already explained in the forward. You mention it. Literally, it's all. I'm reading this again. You're literally
just reading the entire thing all over again.
Actually, to be honest, the forward feels more like an introduction than the. This feels like the forward. This paragraph feels like the forward. The forward feels like the origins of Remnant because it literally explains the origins of Remnant. Yeah, I'm reading this. The more I read this, yeah, I have some mentions of red versus blue, but the more I read this, it's returning to this desk. He unfolded the ketchup stain from. That's the origins of Remnant, right there. Yeah, Monty had moments like this. What it explains what Monty did. He's the creator. He's God.
It's misleading. It's misleading.
Yeah. He's the little small torn thing of this book. Anyways, that's the end of the episode. Please leave a like. Please hit the dislike if you really dislike my face and my
No. You got to do it like this, my friend.
Subscribe.
If you enjoyed this video,
this is my
leave
channel.
like.
This is my channel. Hold on. If you like this video, like it. If you dislike this video, hit me in the face. If you want to comment down in the, if you want to comment something and say, "Oh, I don't like your video," or you say, "Oh, I like your video. It makes sense," or "I laughed," or
Phantom, get back in your orb. Back in your orb. He escaped.
Okay, he's back.
He's back.
Okay, so, anyways, share this video if you wanted to share it and mock me. So say, oh, post it on Twitter. Oh, share it. Oh, watch this video and then mock it. Or if you want to share it and say, oh, let's share this video. This is nice. I even drank Coca-Cola while watching this video.
Or even give us some ideas in comment section.
Comment down below and comment something. And, and if you want to watch more and be on time and like, okay, I have a schedule. I would like to watch this guy's video. I want to watch this guy's video. Watch this guy's video. Oh, ding! Ring the bell because I'll let you know when my videos pop up. Subscribe if you just want to support the channel and keep Phantom away. He's inside
because we recently trapped Phantom Soul inside this thing. Kind of like they did with Shiromia and, in the Heaven's Feel route, they managed to contain his soul inside a bird cage. We did something similar with Phantom. We contained his soul inside this lantern. He keeps getting out from time to time. You've tried containing a Phantom.
See, I have to hit the desk, and he's not getting away. Anyways, see y'all soon. Bye-bye.
Yes, arrivederci.